What up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac is back. Okay, video, a few things we're going to cover. One, probably, I don't know the sequence, whether it's going to be, this will be the first part, possibly, and then we're going to do the first fire of the Worx B5. I ran the alpha, maybe I might do it again. I ran the alpha a few times, and I have issues with my GoPro. I don't know why, but it's just time for me to get a new one. I mean, it's an older one. It's like a 5 black, but they're supposedly the 4 and 5 blacks, or even to date, because I read up on the reviews, are supposed to be the best, you know, but I don't know, something got messed up with mine. But anyway, we'll figure that out. So I had footage of the alpha in the Alpha 0.28 RCR modded in the associated Truggy. I'll tell you what, that thing is not even the same engine. That engine is definitely a legit contender now as a 28. It's only a 5-port, but still. But the only thing is, the Achilles of the Alphas, if you know or don't know, FYI, this is not just me, because I've never had an issue, because this is my first and only probably Alpha that I'll ever own. Only because it's a 0.28 and because it was given to me as a gift. Ryan Lutz signed the box and sent me a letter, signed it, and blah, 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 blah. You guys can go watch the videos of it when I did the unboxing of the Alpha 0.28. But now, when I first ran it, it was a slow turd. I mean, it was okay for what you're paying, like around 200 bucks. It's, you know, it's a okay 28 5-port. It just doesn't have the grunt and the nuts of all the other 28s that I own. And I own, you know, a lot of 28s. The biggest one, the best one, still to this day, in my opinion, is the Novorossi 28.8 Rex Legend. There's never will be an 8-port ever probably again. I'd like to think there would be, which would be cool, but I doubt it. So as far as an Italian 8-port, remember, the Muggy's thing is Italian or nothing. Do I own Asian engines? Yes, but I just prefer Italian. It's just, I was talking to Lance the other day. We talked for like an hour, and he was just saying the difference between even the OSs that are made in Japan, which are good quality. The problem, the reason why they DLC, I didn't even know this, because Lance has 30 years experience, and he has connections all over in the industry, and, you know, so forth. And if you know or didn't know, Lance Heidman at RC Renew worked for Pico for almost 4 years. And when he left to start RC Renew, he got a letter of recommendation and a congratulations and everything from the actual Pico brothers. And another thing I found out, I didn't find out, I knew this. This is coming from a guy, okay, that I know that personally knows I forgot their names, the Pico brothers they call them. They're the ones that run and own Pico. They told him straight out, they make all of Red's engines. Red's does not make their engines, does not make their carburetors. Red's doesn't make anything. But you'll ask Red's and they'll lie to you in the face. This guy really doesn't care for Red's. He prefers OS, but that's coming from a very, very reputable source. Yeah, so if you know or don't know, Pico makes Red's to this day. And I don't know why Red's denies it. They don't want people to know that they don't make their own stuff. And that kind of sucks for Pico, because they should get credit due where credit's due. They're the ones making their engines. Anyway, so, but this guy was telling me that the reason that OSs are DLC coded is because Japanese or Chinese, all that Asian steel is not even close to the quality of Italians. So Italians have the best steel, hands down. I think they're way better engineers. Not that OSs and other Asian engines aren't, you know, good, especially, you know, for some of the prices, like the SH, like the LRPs, you know. And I asked him, I said, but SHs and Dynamites and the low C454, I don't know, I think low C454s and the, you know, the LR, I go, why? They're all from the same factory, all from the same company. He goes, yes, they are. But every company, SH, you know, Dynamite, LRP, have their own standards. Just because they're all made in the same company doesn't make the standards the same. LRP has the highest standards of those engines. Okay, SH doesn't have the standards. okay, that LRP does. It's like, he told me it's comparing an SH or a Dynamite or 454 or LRP. The comparison is the LRP is the Lexus of those engines. Coming from the same manufacturer, the same factory, LRP has the highest standards. That's why LRPs are the best. Are SHs bad? No, never said that. They're decent, especially, you know, for the price. But it's only a $30 difference. You might as well just get an LRP. It's way better than an SH, 28.8 or whatever. Spend your money on the LRP. Remember that. You get what you pay for. That will never change, ever. You pay $160 for an engine, that's what you're getting. They're not giving you $250 value or quality-wise for $160. You're getting that. So, like he said, you might as well spend, if it was like a $100 engine, then yes, by all means. But if it's only a $30 difference, why waste your money on a 28 SH when you can just get an LRP 32, which is better quality, okay, and will spank that 28.8. Guarantee you, LRP 32 will spank that SH all day long. So, but at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. It's your hobby. So anyway, the reason these are here is because these are gifts from my daughter. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, but I don't collect these type of things. If you guys know or don't know, if you go watch my prior videos, my older daughters, my two older daughters, they collect stuff like this. My oldest one is more into the game stuff, although she has a lot of Japanese figures, and some of those figures are real exotic, man. I guess Japanese are a bunch of horn dogs. They've got huge racks, big butts. I mean, anyway, so these are given to me. This is Chris Redfield. He's the main character in Resident Evil. Those of you that are gamers know this game. So this one here is the newest one that they got me. These figures are like a few $100 a piece, so they're not cheap. Just because if you look at the detail on them, this Chris Redfield, I don't know which is my favorite. This is the one where he's in his, you know, Stars uniform. And I think this is like the Village. This is kind of the darker Chris Redfield. He's kind of... I tripped out when I seen him. This doesn't look like Chris Redfield. That looks like Chris Redfield. Okay. That looks like Chris Redfield. So, I mean, look at the detail on these things. I was stoked. These I got for Father's Day. I just never really broke them out. Anyway, let's go. These are the boxes that they come in. See? That's the Village. Resident Evil 4. This one's, yeah, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil Village. I think this is the remake collector's edition. Anyway, we're at the Peeps pad. This will probably be the last video shot from here. I've been coming out here a lot because helping out my mom and my dad, you know, they're getting old. My dad has a lot of health issues. So I've been helping out my mom. It's a lot of stress on her. So anyway, it's a 4,000 square foot house. It's huge. So I come out here, you know, on the weekends, and I clean and, you know, Swiffer and dust and do all that stuff here. So I think I'm going to go in the pool if it gets warmer. Anyway, let's go out here. We're going to do the first fire of the Worx RCR modded Worx B5. And like I said, I'll try to get some Alpha 28 footage on there. I still haven't got any footage of this yet. I just got, like I said before in the last video, I've got so many irons in the fire. Techno, badass Truggy, probably still my favorite Truggy. There is another Truggy coming, just so you guys know. I won't tell you what it is, because I'm not sure yet. And there's another buggy coming, Nitro buggy. So I'm gonna pick up another Truggy, another buggy this year, and that'll probably be it as far as 8 scale. I've got like 12 Nitros. And on this video, you will see we will be back in the cave. First video shot, because like I said, I haven't been spending a lot of time there. I've been back and forth out here, so I haven't had a chance, and my cave's a mess, so I got to get it organized. I'll give you guys a tour of my cave, kind of an update. I have a project going on in the cave right now that you guys will probably be blown away. What I'm going to do with it, I'm not too sure, because I don't want to say too much, because then you guys will know what platform it is. But it was given to me by one of my subscribers, and I said, what the heck, maybe I'll just fix it up and either give it away or sell it, because I got so many of them. And this one's an RTR one. I mean, it's I don't want to say anything because then you guys will know what platform it is. So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna fire that back up. I'm helping the parents clean and organize the garage because this thing was a train wreck. So this room right here was just, you couldn't even walk in it. Wall-to-wall boxes everywhere. So, I mean, this is our vacation place, but we haven't been out here in a while. And since the fire at the pad, they're pretty much staying out here. So, anyway, so I had a guy walk by when I was out here the other day, and he's in the military. He goes, "I like your sign, man." I said, "Thanks." I go, "It's my dad's." Anyway, here we are, Serpent SRX8. If you want a bad-ass race, you can race it, bash it, whatever you want to do. I haven't really got a chance to even break this platform in. I don't think I haven't sent it yet. I haven't really, ran it even at the park or anything. So it's still barely broken in. One of my favorite builds. Built it from the ground up. It's a real nice, easy build. But anyway, this is the Worx B5 Pro 2. This one was touched actually by Jeremy Quartz. Who is Jeremy Quartz? Legendary team racer for Worx back in the days. Lance actually knows him personally. I've talked to him on the phone, but I've never met him. So, because when I got this engine, it had like probably had about a half gallon through it. The guy that I got it, I guess, was one of his teammates. So he said that Jeremy opened it up and didn't modify it, but they do a few little trickeries to their engines. Pro racers. Adam Drake, Ty Tessman, Jared Tebow, which is now retired, Ryan Mayfield, Fenn. They don't just take the engines out of the box and get a motor bath by Adam, which most people do, or break them in. They open them up and they do a few little trickeries, like I said to them. They're not allowed to modify them, yeah, but they can do a few things to get more power out of them. So anyway, we're going to fire this thing up. I'm going to idle, as highly recommended by Lance and most engine builders, because it's already been ran, already been broken in, already probably got about 10 tanks through it. When you get it modified, because the modification has zero to do with the actual break-in. So, because people think that, oh, well, you get it modded and then you got to break it in again. Wrong answer. You don't. But he recommends once you get it modified and you get it back from him or whoever you want to take it to, I highly suggest RCR Renew. It's funny because when I was talking to him yesterday, he had a few different engines from a few different, I'm not going to mention their names, but he had a few different engines that were modified by other modification companies that the customers sent to him because they felt that there was very little done to their engines. And when he showed me, I guess I can probably show you the pictures. Maybe I'll add them in on the video. When you see these pictures of the cranks and the sleeves and people think that, let me educate you guys real quick, okay? And this is coming from Lance, okay? People think that you fang up a sleeve and put all kinds of crazy things in it, that's going to increase the power. It does little to nothing, okay? The majority, 75 to 80% of modifications that are done to increase the power in your engine is in the crank, the timing window in the crank. If you don't know what that is, it's the opening where you can see the silicone. That's the timing. And the blow-by on the end of the crank. It's the only part that's actually channeled out. Okay, so it's a crank, the piston, and the connecting rod. The sleeve, you can fang the sleeve up to the moon. It's not going to do little to nothing. It just looks cool, and people look at it, oh, look at all the fangs that he did. And then people look at Lance's stuff and, oh, he didn't, because it doesn't increase the power. It just looks good. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like it doesn't increase it at all, but it does very, very little. Very little. Like maybe 5% of that. So anyway, I'm going to idle 2 tanks through it. I'm not going to film it. And as soon as I'm ready to put it on the ground and rip it, that'll be the next part of this video. Will be some ripping footage. All right, people. Let's fire this thing up. I want to hear this thing. computer. I love these Worx engines, man. Made in Italy. Turn the ammo up a little bit. Well, there you go. First fire of the RCR modded Worx. Oh, hold on a second. I did warm it up a little, but I guess it cooled down during the time I was filming, so anyway, I'm gonna idle 2 tanks through this thing, and then as soon as we're in the next part of the video, you will see this thing rip. If you want to know what this thing is like, this B5, I ran it bone stock in the Kyosho MP9, and the video, go look at it. It's welcome another family member, I believe, something like that, along that line, or it might say Worx B5 Pro 2. Anyway, stock, this thing is a pretty nasty engine. I can only imagine what it's going to be like now that it's modified. So anyway, we'll see that. We'll check it out. So see you guys in a few. Peace out. What up, Nitro Nation? All right, let's fire this bad boy up and put her on the ground, which she's got. All right, see if I can do this with one hand. Should be able to. As you can see, I'm going to run a rips the first tank. I've already done pretty much a box tune. On the box, tuned it. That should be okay. All right. I'm gonna put you guys on the stand right here. That way, I'm not going to use the GoPro right now, so. Yeah, she's. I might lean her out a little bit. It's a little too rich for my tasting. She is definitely, I can feel the difference from when I ran it stock. Okay, put my feet in driver. like, these things are like slicks in the grass. This thing's nasty. I love this engine. Shout out to Lance Heidman, man. I've never had a disappointment with any engine he's ever done for me. Never. Oh yeah, she's a beast. She's a beast. If I put some nice knobbies, I'll mow the lawn. Woo! This thing's an animal. I could probably run a 14 on her. Still running kind of rich, but that's okay. I didn't really put a tune on her, so I'm not worried about tuning it right now. I'm just worried about getting it broken in. Okay, I put the body on her. Give me a second. And, well, do a little filming footage out here. I'm telling you, man, this stand comes in handy. Totally. Alright, give me a second, people. Rich, come on. This thing is definitely she is a hell of a lot faster than when I had her stock. She, in the words of Woogie Meister, she shits and gets. And I'm not even pinning it all the way, that's about 3/4. Yeah, B5 RCR modded is legit. Alright people, stay tuned. I might throw in a little fifth scale rippage on it. It's probably another 45 hour, who knows. You know how the Muggy is, but there you go. RCR modded Worx B5 Pro 2, 0.21. I'm running the 2112 Reds pipe on it, which I like it. PORSCHE, I'm running the MUGGY clutch on it. The new MUGGYs, PORSCHEs, 2 composite, 2 aluminum, 13 pinion. I mean, I could run a 14 on it. This thing would definitely pull it. So, right, people, that's all the Muggy's got. I think that little gap where I was, because I had to put some fuel in it, then put the body on it. I might shorten that gap. So if there is a gap, I apologize. Like I said, I was trying to refuel it and put the body on it. So, but anyway, there's a Serpent SRX8. Highly recommend this platform. Yeah, so RCR modded. I guarantee. I mean, it's worth $125. If you send them a ton of engines or a bunch of them, like I usually do, I'm sending them like 4 or 5 again, and I still got another 4 now to break in. I think the next one we're going to break in after this one is the Pico, the V1 or whatever it is. The Pico I haven't ran yet, and then the Red 723 I want to run it again, even though I've already ran it modified. And then I think I have the Triton, and I have the LRP .28 and the .30. The .30 I ran it, but I don't have any video of it. The .28 that Lance modded, I haven't ran that thing yet either, and that thing was a beast stock. That LRP 28 will, other than the Rex Legend and the Pico Boost, it's a badass. Alright, anyway, I'm out. Have a great